Coming up on News Live at 6, the United States is taking measures to slow down Russia. Our Moriah Humisten has more on the invasion of Ukraine.
And I'm here outside of the Carrier Dome where Syracuse's bravest fans are getting ready to camp out before SU takes on Duke on Saturday night.
And students found a new way to warm up on this chilly day. Our reporter Dillon Brendle has how tonight on Live at 6. It all starts right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
President Joe Biden has declared numerous economic sanctions against Russia. Good evening, I'm Liam Crowley.
And I'm Tyler Melito. New at 6, President Biden addressed the nation today saying that Russia will, quote, bear the consequences of war. This comes after a brutal invasion from Russia into Ukraine last night. The Associated Press has reported 57 Ukrainians have been killed and 169 have been injured. Citrus TV's Moriah Humisten joins us in the studio again this week with more updates on the invasion. Moriah?
Tyler, thank you. Today, President Biden and leaders around the world announced strong sanctions and new limitations on Russia. President Biden says that these are just some of the consequences Russia will face after they invaded Ukraine last night. According to the White House, these sanctions will target Russian banks. Currently, $1 trillion in assets are frozen. The United States has also cut off Russia's largest bank and blocked 4 more major banks. The sanctions also target oligarchs, state-controlled companies, and high-tech sectors. Now, the president said the technology block would severely limit Russia's ability to advance its military and aerospace sector. Every asset in Russia currently has in America will be frozen. Biden said today he is hoping the other limitations can block corruption immediately in Russia and continue over time. As of tonight, the U.S. and its NATO partners have still shown no indication they would send troops into Ukraine because of fear for a larger war. Instead, they have put troops and equipment around the western part of Ukraine. The UN Security Council is still expected to vote tomorrow on a resolution condemning Russia's attack and demanding an immediate withdrawal. Liam, Tyler, back to you.
Moriah, thank you. New details here on campus. DPS and SPD are currently investigating a stray bullet found in a Peck Hall wall. As of now, DPS doesn't know if the bullet got there, how the bullet got there rather, or how long it has been inside the wall. Peck Hall is located on East Genesee Street and is home to Fox Couple and Family Therapy Center. DPS sent students an email this morning regarding the incident.
A panel of Syracuse students and faculty will reflect on community initiatives tonight. Local community partners will also be there to talk about programs reopened to the public after the COVID shutdown. The goal of the panel will be to talk through the role of the community-based civic center in community building and participation. This hybrid discussion will take place in La Casita Cultural Center and on Zoom this evening.
And the Winter Carnival continues tonight with Cozy Capella. The a cappella show will be at the Shine Student Center from 7 to 9 p.m. All student groups on campus will be performing.
And new tonight outside the dome right now, students are starting to camp for the long-awaited Duke game. Our reporter John Perik is there live with some tips on how to camp and how not to camp. John?
Well, guys, good evening. The forecast here outside of the Carrier Dome, it's brutal for the next few days, but that won't stop Otto's Army. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, why are people showing up to the dome with tents? Well, Otto's Army has organized this big camp out that they do almost yearly now ahead of the Duke game. And actually, just at 6 o'clock, the camp out officially went underway. Now, there's some people kind of just showing up now with their tenting equipment, and I'm sure a lot of people want to know, well, how do you do a camp out when it's 30 degrees out? Well, to answer that question, we spoke with Jonathan Danilich, Otto's Army's senior advisor.
Expert tip: if you do go camping, bring as many blankets or warm things as you can possibly put between yourself and the ground, because that concrete is extremely cold.
Yet Danilich says, regardless of weather, what makes the Duke campout so special is the community culture it builds.
More specifically, if you can bring things that will build sort of friendships or something like that, if you have a multiplayer game like spike ball or like cornhole, we've played a lot of cornhole in the past, it just makes the experience a lot more fun.
Now we will be here outside of the Carrier Dome embracing the elements with Otto's Army throughout the night. I've actually got right here my sleeping bag. I've got a tent. First off, I got to figure out how to put that tent together. I'm not really good with this whole camping thing, but we're going to figure that out. Now, another question a lot of people have been wanting to know, well, how many groups are going to actually come out and embrace the elements? And from speaking with Jonathan Danilich, in most years, they expect about 30 to 40, but he says this year, it very well could be a record number. For now, outside of the Carrier Dome, John Perik, Citrus TV News.
Thanks, John. As we take a look outside right now, it really was a beautiful day outside. It's currently 25 degrees, partly sunny as the sun is starting to set. Light winds, it feels like about 20. And the current temperatures here in our area, Fulton, as you go towards the Great Lakes, they're in the low 20s and they're colder. Fulton 21, Rochester 21, Rome 25. And then as you go towards the south, you're going to see warmer temperatures in Binghamton. It's currently 27, Elmira 28. Tonight, it's going to be going down to 22 with some heavy snow as we start to see the snowstorm come towards our area with about 3/4 of an inch per hour snowfall rates at times. And the future temperatures tonight, 8 o'clock 23, then 10 o'clock 25, and then it's going to go up to 26, and it's really going to stay there throughout most of the snowstorm, which is why the snow we're going to see is going to be that heavy, wet snow. I'll get to that a bit later. Tomorrow, it's going to be 29 degrees and snow, winds 10 to 20 miles an hour. But I'll get to the 5-day forecast and more in just a bit. But right now, the first of many SU fans are braving for the cold tonight as the 2022 Duke campout started just a few minutes ago. Our Citrus TV reporter Nicole Aponte is live with the first of the campers who are outside the dome. Nicole?
Tyler, even though it's 30 degrees out, you can see students right behind me. They are starting to camp out for the 2022 Duke campout. Now, these students, they want to be first in the dome this Saturday to see Syracuse University take on Duke. Now, I'm joined with Danielle Spring and Eva Infanti. How are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing well. How are you?
Great. Well, I know you guys are the first ones out here tonight. You know, it's supposed to snow in the next couple of days. What's your plan for the next, 24 hours here?
Well, it seems like we got a pretty good spot down below where the snow's supposed to be, so that's good. But we're definitely going to play some board games. What else?
Yeah, we're going to do some homework, just keep warm,
Yeah.
bond, make new friends. It's going to be great.
Now, I know you guys are freshmen, so this is your first time camping out. What are you most excited for in the next 24 hours and even the next 48 hours too?
Yeah, I'm just excited to get ready for the game. Like, I've just been looking forward to this for so long, and it's finally here. So I'm just looking forward to the game mostly.
Yeah, same here.
I know you're from Syracuse, so this is
Yeah.
your first time seeing SU and Duke, face off in the dome?
I've actually seen Duke and SU in the dome like a lot throughout the years, but this is my first time being a student in the student section, so it's really exciting for me.
A lot closer.
Yeah.
A lot closer. And
A lot
plus you guys are
closer.
first online too.
Yeah.
You could easily be in your dorm right now embracing the warmth, not in the cold. Why is it so important to, camp out and embrace one of SU's traditions?
Well, I just feel like being from SU, like this is always something I've looked forward to, and it's just really exciting to see the game on Saturday.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. And for those students who are behind me, they are more than excited to enter the dome in just 48 hours to see SU and Duke face off. We're live from the Loud House tonight. I'm Nicole Aponte, Citrus TV News.
Thank you, Nicole. New details. The University of Connecticut is closing tomorrow ahead of that snowstorm that Zach had mentioned earlier. They said today that all campuses will be closed except for the UConn Health. We do not know if more schools will follow at this time, however.
Dr. Robert Newlander is returning to court over the death of his wife Leslie in 2012. Mrs. Newlander was found dead by their 23-year-old daughter Jenna in the family's DeWitt mansion 10 years ago. Dr. Newlander had been found guilty in 2015, but the ruling was overturned after it was found that a juror had sent 7,000 text messages during the trial, including one that said, quote, "Make sure he's guilty."
Police are investigating a robbery at Byrne Dairy Store that took place in Mattydale last night. The sheriff's office said the suspect had a black handgun and stole less than $300 in cash. The suspect entered the store around 1:30 a.m. Police say he is in his 30s and was wearing a black sweatshirt and ripped jeans. No arrest has been made at this time.
Syracuse residents are frustrated that local Social Security offices are still closed. The offices have been closed for nearly 2 years now, dating back to March 2020. Central New Yorkers say they sometimes wait for hours to talk to someone on the phone, and sometimes the call will just drop out entirely. They do offer limited in-person appointments for critical needs. The offices say that they anticipate reopening in April, but no one confirmed any plans for the Syracuse location.
Food services employees here on the SU campus had different recipes for students to try today on their way to class. Our reporter Dillon Brendle has more on how students enjoyed some of the best chili recipes on campus.
When we return to News Live at 6, Syracuse women's ice hockey hosts a big tournament. Citrus TV's Chilekasi Adele is live at Kennedy Ice Pavilion.
And unemployment claims are at their lowest point in how long? We'll give you the exact number in 2 minutes. Stay with us.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Welcome to my house. Lately, not my happy place. Everybody's pretty tired of each other. The parents were not themselves. My little brothers were morphing into small creatures. The walls were closing in. Clearly, a case of too much family, too close, 24/7. And there's a lot of that going around right now. If this sounds like your house, try going someplace new. YourLifeYourVoice.org. You'll find lots of ideas to help you handle the family stresses of being confined to close quarters. YourLifeYourVoice.org. It might not get you out of the house, but it could help you find a little more breathing room.
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the Citrus TV newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at Citrus TV News, your campus news leader.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. The Syracuse and Duke game takes place at the Dome on Saturday, but that's not the only athletic competition going on this weekend. Citrus TV's Chilekasi Adele joins us live now from South Campus. Chile, Syracuse women's ice hockey has a pretty big tournament this weekend, don't they?
The other one being Lindenwood. Camera. Outside the Ice Pavilion tonight, where Syracuse will get ready to face either Lindenwood or RIT, who's playing right now, come tomorrow at noon. Now, these two teams that are going on in there, Lindenwood and RIT, Lindenwood comes in at the 4 seed, RIT comes in at the 5 seed, but guess what? RIT is pulling a little bit of an upset right now. At last check, they lead 6-3 with just under 3 minutes to go in the third period, so they may very well be facing Syracuse come tomorrow. Now, from the team aspect to the business aspect of this, how making sure this event runs smoothly, tomorrow Syracuse will host a CHA tournament. They'll be playing, and I had the chance to speak to SU Chief Facilities Officer Pete Sala about the kind of things that are going in to prepare to make sure this event goes smoothly.
That event is very well thought out. Jamie Mullen and his team who oversee women's hockey do a fantastic job. We will have people there assisting them as well, as we would any big hockey game up at the rink.
And again, Sala talking about what it's going to take to bring on this tournament and make sure it goes smoothly. Now, if you're thinking about coming down to the CHA tournament this weekend, tickets will be $5 for students, $10 for adults, and $5 for children as well. And if you're planning to come here and bring your car, you can park in one of 3 places: the softball stadium lot, or you can park in the Skytop lots, 621 North Skytop lot and 621 South Skytop lot. Syracuse, again, they'll be playing tomorrow at 12 noon, looking to advance to the CHA championship come Saturday at 2, and looking to hoist the CHA trophy for the first time since 2019. Reporting live outside 10 of the Ice Pavilion tonight, Chilekasi Adele, Citrus TV News. Guys.
Chile, thank you. American unemployment collectively falls to a 52-year low this week. Jobless claims dropped almost 20,000 last week, from about 250,000 down to 230,000.
This comes after the Labor Department reported a burst in hiring during the month of January. These recent numbers mirror healthy pre-pandemic numbers.
And following the Pentagon's orders that all service members get the COVID-19 vaccine, a dozen Air Force officers are suing the federal government after the military denied their religious exemptions.
According to the lawsuit, the Air Force has allowed over 3,000 medical exemptions, but only 9 religious exemptions. Military leaders say the vaccine is critical for maintaining military readiness.
Coming up on News Live at 6, I'll take a look at your 5-day forecast, and I'll have more on the upcoming snowstorm.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
What are you, superheroes?
Just 4 brothers who hate bullies and love this city. Gear up, guys.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. And yes, the hype is real. A winter storm warning has been issued from the National Weather Service. It will go in effect at 10 o'clock tonight and will be in effect till 4 p.m. tomorrow. And this is going to be a real snowstorm, not like what we saw earlier in the week. 6 to 10 inches of snow is possible with this storm, and travel will be difficult to impossible. Syracuse Mayor is really disadvising travel for tomorrow. And we take a look at the radar here. It's really just clear right now. As I said, it was really clear today, and there's not going to be anything until about 10, 11 o'clock tonight when that snow moves in. And now here's the snowfall, what we're going to see. So the further you go north and towards the east, you're going to see more snow. Rome and Fulton about 8 to 10 inches, I would say. Syracuse only about 7, but that's still enough to make an impact tomorrow. You go towards Rochester, 6 inches, Elmira, 5 inches, Binghamton, 5. So the further you go south, the warmer temperatures we're going to have and the less snow. Take a look at our 5-day forecast. Tomorrow, high of 29, low of 14, and snow. The snow will taper off throughout the day. Saturday for the big Duke game, high of 31, low 23, partly cloudy. Sunday with some snow showers, high 34. Monday, high 24, low 14, mostly cloudy. And then the warm temperatures come back for Tuesday as we see a high of 41 and low of 27. Calvin, what's coming up in sports?
Well, Zach, Syracuse men's hoops had a massive opportunity to grab a win on the road last night, but they couldn't do it. All of that and more when Citrus TV News Live at 6 returns.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
With just 4 games left on its regular season slate, Syracuse men's basketball was in desperate need of a win in South Bend last night. Welcome to sports. I'm Calvin Cristoforo. Heading into SU's contest against Notre Dame, the Cuse was 0-6 in quad 1 win opportunities, and of course, sliding off the bubble. Now they're 0-7 and not even in the bubble conversation after a 79-69 loss. The reasons for that? Well, it's been the declining play at the center position. When Jesse Edwards went down for the rest of the season, his replacements Frank Anselm and Barama Sidibe needed to step up, but they went for a combined 4 points in the defeat last night. To make matters worse, head coach Jim Boeheim says it's not just the offense at the 5 spot that needs work. The loss drops SU to 9-8 in ACC play, and they're still searching for that first quad 1 win. The good news is, though, they don't have to wait long for another chance to get one of those elusive Q1 victories. The bad news is it comes against number 7 Duke, a team that routed them 79-59 last month. That game is Saturday in the Dome at noon. Flipping things over to the women's side of things, SU Women's Hoops is jockeying for position in the upcoming ACC tournament. The Cuse is on the road tonight, taking on Wake Forest. With just 3 games left, the Orange hold the number 11 seed in the conference and can clinch the spot with a win over the 13-3 Deacons tonight. That one gets going at 7. From the hardwood to the turf, there was a lot of good that happened for SU men's lax last weekend. Gary Gate got his number 22 raised in the Carrier Dome. He got inducted in the Professional Lacrosse Hall of Fame, and legendary head coach Roy Simmons Jr. got his name in the Ring of Honor. But what the Orange couldn't do was knock off number 1 Maryland. They lost 14-10. But they have another opportunity to grab a win against a top-ranked opponent this weekend when they hit the road for UVA. It's the first road tilt of the season, and it comes against the number 2 team and 2-time defending national champion Cavaliers. This is a top 10 clash down at Charlottesville, and it starts Saturday at noon. Over to the women's team, SU women's lacrosse is having quite the season. Kayla Trainer's squad is off to a 3-0 start, including a win last weekend over number 4 Stony Brook. They look to make it back-to-back wins and a win in the ACC and road opener against number 17 Notre Dame, a team they beat twice last season. Opening draw for that one is Saturday at 6.
Calvin, great stuff as always. Duke game this weekend. What do fans need to watch out for? What does Syracuse need to do to win this one?
A lot. They got to do a lot. They got to shoot the lights out. I mean, you can't beat Duke by playing the way you did last night against Notre Dame. You have no presence inside. You got to shoot lights out from 3, and that starts with Joe Girard, who had just 2 points last night.
Real quick, 79-59 the last time the Blue Devils and Orange matched up. What's your score prediction for Saturday?
You're putting me in a tough spot. I'm breaking a lot of hearts here. It's going to be very similar. I think 80-61, Duke gets the win.
80-61. Also, Calvin, final game between Coach K and Coach Jim Boeheim, most likely, assuming they don't meet in the ACC tournament. Do you think Jim Boeheim, is this his last year?
No, come on, Tyler. You see his recruiting class coming in?
That's true.
Jimmy Boeheim's coming back next year. He's not going anywhere.
All right, man. Well, we will see. Calvin, thank you so much. Coming up right after this break, Zach Richter returns with your Wake Up Weather forecast.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see.
Third line, please.
D-E-P-R-E-S-S-I-O-N.
Mental illness doesn't show up on a scale. Bipolar? Sorting out a mental health concern is not something to attempt on your own.
Anxiety. I thought so.
Like many health conditions, help for mental illness takes professional diagnosis and treatment. And the sooner you seek treatment, the better.
Look at that. 6,000 steps and PTSD.
If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. Find out what to do. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Tomorrow, here's your wake-up weather forecast. When you wake up around 8 a.m., it's going to be 26 degrees. The snow is going to be tapering off. And it's going to be feeling like 11, though. It's going to be really cold because of the winds and the heavy snow that fell overnight. Now, here's your snowy day planner throughout the day. Temps will be rising to 28 around 9 a.m. and then going up a little bit at noon to 29 before they really drop at 6 to 21. Winds are really going to pick up in the afternoon, 15 to 25 mile-an-hour winds. So it's really going to be heavy snow throughout the day tomorrow. Around 6 to 8 inches when we wake up. A big snow day is coming.
Well, Zach, big snow day indeed. What do people need to do to stay safe out there? Because it's expected to be 6 to 12 inches possibly, I've heard.
6 to 12 inches, I would definitely stay off the roads if you can. And if you're going outside, wear boots. I mean, just be careful when you're walking. Don't run on this because, you know, we don't want to see any of those injuries.
Real quick, when it comes to students camping out for the Duke game, anything you'd say to do beyond just bringing your tent and some cozy clothes?
Oh, I would bring the snow sleds. Because why not? I mean, I'm a big snow guy. I mean, I'll be sledding outside the Duke game.
You might need to bring a shovel, too, to ensure that your tent can stay snowless. That's all the time we have today on Citrus TV News Live at 6.
For more of the latest, follow us at Citrus TV News on Twitter and Instagram, or check out our website at citrustv.com.
For all of us here at Citrus TV, I'm Liam Crowley.
And I'm Tyler Melito. Have a great night, Syracuse, and stay warm out there.